Thank you for that. So I am what stands between you and drinks and some light refreshments, and also a rather dramatic flourish at the end, because some of you will see the sun has just gone down, and I just thought it'd be useful to remind you of where we are. I have been struck today by the very seriousness of the discussions and the urgency of the work that many of you are doing, working on solutions to the challenges that we have. Things like the new technology that we saw demonstrated outside, the new policies, the new educational efforts, the new outreach to marginal groups. I don't want to be overdramatic about this, but I do believe the stakes are high, possibly higher than when we got started 10 years ago. Most of us would agree that our children's future is going to be, actually probably already is, a digital one. But we have a serious problem if many of them feel inhibited, as we heard this morning, to engage online for fear of retaliation, abuse, and even worse. We also have a problem if our political leaders engage in negative and noxious behavior online, creating an atmosphere of intolerance and division. But in this important moment, in this transitional time, we also have an opportunity to be an upstander and not a passive bystander, to seek out and insist on the truth, to reach out across ideological divides, to find a way to connect rather than to disconnect, and to think about online safety in a way that is less about protection, although that's important, but more about empowerment. It is something that we and our children do rather than something that is done to us. And so, with that, I'd like to thank our very generous sponsors once again. Amazon, AT&T, Comcast, Google, Microsoft, and Verizon. You guys have been with us and supported us and create a platform upon which we can do this difficult and challenging, yet incredibly rewarding work. I want to thank all of our FOSI members and the board members who've been with us today. I want to thank our speakers and panelists and moderators and the exhibitors as well, who brought their expertise, their passion, and their commitment to the cause, and made our experience so rich. And a huge thank you to the amazing, wonderful, and miraculous FOSI team. I want you to hold your applause for a moment, please. This conference is a major, major undertaking. For anyone who's ever put on even a dinner party will know. This is more like a wedding plus New Year's Eve put together. And they have worked well beyond their job descriptions and ordinary, normal duties to ensure that this event was such a success. So I'm going to ask you to wait for you until I get to the end of their names, but please help me, and I want them all to stand. That's you as well, Augusta. Please thank Jennifer Hanley, Emma Morris, Augusta Nisley, Kelsey McRae, Holly Hawkins, Catherine Brack, and Emily Mulder, and our interns Casey and Brandon, our volunteers Julie, Christine, and Rachel, and the amazing museum staff as well. Please, a round of applause. And finally, thank you all. Thank you all for coming. Some from New Zealand, some from Germany, some from across town. And some of you watching in the comfort of your home or workplace. Wherever you've come from, thank you for your time. Thank you for your work, your inspiration, and your dedication to this. I hope that you have felt inspired by what you've seen and what you've heard here today. and that what you will take with you, lessons learned, and apply it in your job, in your community, in your family, in your relationships. And as I said this morning, let us all use the extraordinary power of social media and apps and the other mobile platforms to rebuild community, to foster trust, deepen empathy among users young and old, to remind ourselves of our core principles and values, and to be good digital role models to our children and our young people, to make the online world a safer, more inclusive, and tolerant place for all, whoever and wherever they are. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you upstairs.